At power forward, the other
We are in Charlotte, North Carolina. 2K Sports proudly brings you NBA basketball from the home of the Hornets. Hi, everyone. This is Kevin Harlan with Chris Webber and Greg Anthony, our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. And for the Heat right now, they're focused on getting off to a good start on this road trip. There's no question this game will put them to the test. Facing off against a team that has every expectation of beating them, they'll need to play a complete game to snare a win.
You know, it's been a struggle on the road for this team, and they're beginning another road trip here tonight.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out, and another steal for him.
And every swipe he comes up with inches him closer to the second spot on the most steals in a season.
Well, his defense has been historic as he marches towards second on the all-time steals list. Well, we're about halfway through the season now, Chris, and you can see the mental grind getting to some of these teams and some of these players.
Yeah, this is why leadership, and especially veteran leadership, is so important. You got to keep guys focused, motivated, and ready to play. Yeah, the season is long. It will wear you down. You have curveballs thrown at you every day. It is a mental grind, a mental toll. But how can you keep that focus through all of it? That's the big question, and usually you need one of those veterans in the locker room.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from D.
And Miami calls their first time out of the game. And this is the first time matched up with the Hornets this season.
Yeah, and the season series between these two, 4 games in all, starting tonight. A chance to stake out an advantage in the division.
And just a fantastic run of games for him. A look at the Eastern Conference Player of the Week.
And what can you say about how huge he has been for this offense? Everything he's done, from the scoring, the shooting, the playmaking, you take him out of the lineup, and there's no telling just how different this team looks.
Now, here's Wade. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Detroit.
Yeah, but it wasn't all about himself. He also did a great job at creating for his teammates. So many assists tonight.
Count it.
Yeah, good awareness there. He sees an opening and doesn't hesitate.
Well, that opening right there, that's just because the defense failed to rotate.
Here's AI. We saw him go on a scoring rampage last game. And Kid Gilchrist kicks to Bridges. Here's AI. And it's the Hornets, another 3.
Nice way to start the evening. His numbers getting calls, and for good reason.
Well, yeah, he's a guy who can carry you for stretches, long stretches in this game. You want to get him involved early and often.
And it's the Heat with the ball, following the 3 from AI. And it's Schroeder missing. AI right side. Adams' shot is good.
And the story here, Kevin, early on, is how well they've shot the basketball.
He's covered by Kid Gilchrist. Adebayo passes to Wade. The rebound by Steven Adams. And so it's Lamb with it. He brings it up to the Charlotte Hornets. 6-point lead. This game coming on the heels of their win against Toronto.
Yeah, unfortunately for them, I thought the opponent's defense just never showed up.
But I like that they attacked those weaknesses. They made him pay for a lackluster effort.
Pass to Kid Gilchrist. AI outside. Shoots over Schroeder. Kid Gilchrist, no luck. The Heat trail by 6. Richardson with it. Bridges covering. Richardson kicks it over to Schroeder. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
Yeah, I'd say that shot is well within his range.
I would hope so. From past the arc, and he trains the 3. Good-looking shot there from AI. AI's got 9. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. Schroeder passes to Adebayo. Back to Schroeder. Uncovered. It's rebounded by Charlotte.
Whoa, D caught a break on that play. I'm sure that is not the plan, leaving him so wide open.
Bridges shot. Good.
Not only a jump shooter, Bridges also dependable at knowing how to get it done inside.
Wade dishes to Schroeder. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. He's got 7.
3 of 4 to start. Young fella came to play.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, I spoke with the Heat's head coach. He knows they have to dig in on defense. They're facing a really talented offense. He said if those guys get going, we're going to be on the wrong end of some long runs. We have to be disciplined, work together, and make those second, third, and fourth efforts on plays. Whatever it takes to get a stop. We'll see if they can get a win in this first matchup between the teams this year. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks as always, David. Well, they know what their toughest job is going to be today.
Yeah, Kevin, it's always hard to go up against a team that can light it up like this. You can't let them hit the ground running.
Yeah, easier to say than do. I mean, with the weapons they have, they force such tough matchups. It's hard to stay with them.
And the Heat call time here. One thing that's added a little pressure to Lamb's development, Chris, his link to James Harden.
Well, yeah, maybe the most important trade piece received back from Harden. I mean, it's taken Lamb a while to develop. He's coming around, though, but Harden, of course, I mean, he's perennial MVP candidate.
And already with the commanding lead, a terrific offensive performance.
Oh, okay, you've done your job so far, but the question is now, can they sustain this level of energy? There's still a lot of game to play.
Such a wide open look.
Really good job there. That's the definition of the inside-out game.
AI outside. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. AI's got 14 points.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
To the right side. Down low. And no good. And Charlotte will go the other way with it. And there's the pass to Kid Gilchrist. Good work there as it goes. Kid Gilchrist has got his first 2 points.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth, physical basketball, guys.
Now, here's Wade. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet.
I love how Wade actively looks to find the open man look. He's effortlessly exploiting any holes in the defense.
And that was an Unleashed Chaos moment. Indeed, what a spectacular play. Sponsored by Under Armour Hover Happy.
Starting to surge here, and we're only in the first quarter.
And it's happening at both ends, trying to end this thing before it begins.
Now, here's Schroeder. He had an 18-point outing in their last game against Detroit.
And his scoring's going to get most of the attention, but his rebounding also stood out. He did a lot of glass cleaning in that game.
And count it, the shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
Yeah, that's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Some changes for Charlotte. Green comes in for Bridges, and Parker subbed in for Jeremy Lamb. And then for Miami, Winslow's checked in for Josh Richardson. Dragic comes in for Dwayne Wade. And it's Conley in for Dennis Schroeder. Charlotte leading by 17. And it's Green with the jam.
Methodical in their approach. They have absolutely owned this first quarter.
Well, I love how they've done it. They built this huge lead with points in the paint, dominating physically.
And here are the Heat now, after the basket by Charlotte.
Look, Mike Conley, he's the kind of point guard who does all of the little things. Smart, solid on offense and defense, and consistent with production. He's a true floor leader. I mean, his impact, it goes beyond the numbers, way beyond.
Here's what Charlotte's going with right now. Hernan Gomez comes in for Adams, and Bacon subbed in for Michael Kidd-Gilchrist. And out of bounds as the Heat gain possession. As we get a break in the action, let's take a moment to check out the NBA's leaders in steals. You look at AI. Always dangerous on the court. He leads the league.
Defensively, his intensity just never drops. You match that up with his incredible timing, and you can see why he's atop the list.
And here are the Heat now after the missed 3 from AI. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
All right, a chance to look at numbers for AI. Tremendous numbers for him over the last 10 games. 19 assists, and what sets him apart is his rebounding. And as you can see, he's been in peak form.
This last stretch, unbelievable tenacity going to the glass. It's been reflected in that stat sheet.
Hunter's checked in for the Heat. Really left alone that time. 17 points for AI. And Chris, for Conley, it took some time for him to grow into the leader he's become.
And think about this, foolishly, so many people thought Conley might be a draft bust early in his career. Think about that. I mean, it took him a few seasons to become comfortable with his game in the NBA, as some players do. I mean, he's done nothing but improve and refine his game since entering the league.
And so it's Parker with it. He'll bring it up for the Charlotte Hornets. It's an 18-point game. Out of bounds, Miami takes possession. Miami's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Conley against Parker. Pass to Winslow. The shot comes out. Great D that time from Green. And a wide open look for AI. A three-pointer, no good.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Here's Dragic from outside, and that one falls coming off Conley's feet. Dragic has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. AI outside. From deep three-point range, an absolute bomb from three-point range. And the Hornets lead by 18. The Heat have gone 50% from the field in the first quarter, 8 of 16. On the wing, Winslow. He had 10 points in the win against Detroit.
But he also made a mark with his passing and had the assist total to show for it.
Here's Parker. Here's AI. And again, Charlotte with the triple.
The defense a step slow, and you can see the result.
The Heat trail by 19. Outside Conley. On the wing, Winslow. Six on the shot clock. Here's Hunter. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Hornets leading by 19 points. AI outside. Offline with his three. Miami's gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
And how sweet a play was that?
As sweet as it gets, an exquisite pass to set up the powerful alley-oop dunk. Bangs home the trifecta.
12 straight points off of three-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
Pass to Winslow. Here's Adebayo. Kicks and another steal for him.
And the thief strikes again. He's piled up so many steals this season.
And the effort has been there all year long. And now he is tied for second on the list for most steals. Passes it to Adebayo. Outside Dragic. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up. Charlotte shooting their third free throw attempt of the game.
You've got to appreciate their ability to make free throws. 81% as a team.
And that one misses. You know, see, we've spoken before about the skills that were hardest for you to develop. What parts of your game were the easiest to strengthen and fine-tune?
Wow. That's a great question, Ken. I had to think about that. The easiest. Well, I would say for me it was whatever I was doing well in college. And so that was on the post, on the right block, stealing James Worthy's spin move. And it was easier to get a little bit quicker in that because now I got to see him use it and do it to me. It was easier to have my jump shot start to get in the place that I wanted it to as a rookie. But why? Because I had one of the greatest shooters of all time, Chris Mullin, there to sit and practice with. And so when you have a great shooter and a mentor like him, it's easier because they explain it to you. And then not only do they explain how to do it, they show you through their work ethic. And so for me, it was pretty easy in those areas because I had a great mentor in Chris Mullin.
I love that story. They've got AI. Steven Adams is out there with Michael Kidd-Gilchrist. There's Jeremy Lamb, and it's Bridges in at the 3. So that's the lineup for Charlotte. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Hi, Kevin. Well, AI in their last time out against the Raptors put on a show. Just an incredible number of points, and that was just the start of it. He wound up with a triple-double in what was quite a display for him. It's rare to see any player put up numbers like that. It's likely a game he'll always remember. Kevin?
All right, David, thank you, guys. Could you believe that performance? Wow.
I mean, it was really something to see. Yeah, he showed everybody just how special he is when he is on his game.
Oh, yeah. Once he got them on the ropes, he never let them off the hook. It was full-speed energy basketball at his greatest.
Hunter nabbing another steal.
Another legend leapfrogged with that steal. What a year he's having.
You're right, GA. His defense has been terrific, and now he can claim the second spot for himself for most steals. Now, here's Richardson. After Jeremy Lamb's miss, the pass to Schroeder. Poked away. Pass to Hunter. Clock at 4. Got a hand on it. They recover it.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
The Heat have made 2 of their previous 3 free throws in today's game.
And taking a look at their free throw statistics on the season, right around 74%.
Hernan Gomez is checked in for Charlotte. And Miami with a change here, too. Conley's checked in. The Hornets have gone 7-16, shooting just under 50% here in the second quarter. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
Yeah, and it's coming down to the wire now, Kevin. A tense time for some of these players.
You look at AI. He's currently atop in the Eastern Conference. He's got a lot of fans the world over. And it seems like the anticipation just continues to build each year around this time of the season. Gonna be a fantastic weekend.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Richardson finds Schroeder. Puts it up from 15. And a little luck that time, but it drops. Schroeder's got 8 points.
I mean, it took him a long time to get into the flow of the game, but the points are starting to come for him now.
Down low. Here's Adams. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
And looking now at some numbers for Steven Adams. Over the last month, he has been spectacular. Second in field goal percentage. And don't forget, top 20 in the league in rebounds per game. He's got a great nose for the ball.
And you mentioned it, he's the second best shooter in the league right now. Quick trigger with just a little bit better footwork. He could take over that top spot.
He'll be beating himself up if they can't come back because he is not carrying his weight at the offensive end.
Chalk up 2 there. Adams has got 7 points here in this quarter.
Oh, look at the soft touch on the teardrop.
Now here is Conley, covered by Lamb. It's deflected, and it's out of bounds. The Heat able to retain possession here. Conley feeling it out. 6 to shoot. From deep.
Not much success from beyond the arc for him here. They should look to work it inside a little bit more and get some easy looks in the paint.
And it goes down 2 points.
Just increasing their advantage, and right now they're in a zone on both ends.
Oh, that's why you see them flexing a little bit. They're feeling good about how they've dominated.
Now here's Schroeder. He's got 8, shoots from the elbow, and he connects with the jumper. He's got 10.
And really, the scoring this quarter has been just off the charts, doing all he can to bring them back.
Here's AI. Connects again from distance. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
And it's Conley with the ball for the Miami Heat. Schroeder outside. Richardson trying to break loose. And that's out of bounds. Miami will retain possession. A moment now to see how the schedule is looking coming up for the Charlotte Hornets. On Wednesday, they'll be matching up against Giannis Antetokounmpo and the Milwaukee Bucks. And then on Saturday, they'll be matching up against Rudy Gobert and the Utah Jazz.
You know, Kevin, these guys have been playing well here at home, and This is exactly the sort of momentum they want to take with them as they head out for this upcoming set of games on the road.
AI drains it from beyond the arc. AI's got 35 in the game.
And how about the consistency from range tonight? Really impressive.
That's because he's finding his spots. No hesitation. You can sense his confidence.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Adams' shot is off.
He may have missed it, but that's a clean look at the basket.
Schroeder, left side. Richardson trying to break loose. Adams, some nice D.
That's what we're talking about in terms of the activity level defensively. You got to protect the rim.
Well, that takes physical ability, good timing, those two things that he possesses.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Here's Richardson following the bucket by the Hornets. It's rebounded by Charlotte.
That defense is as good as a block. I mean, what looks to be a layup turns into nothing.
AI left side. 17-foot shot on the way. And Charlotte again with the bucket.
As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
And the leaping ability of Lamb, he gets off the ground fast to ram it home.
Well, it was Miami winning their last game against Detroit.
And this is why scouting is so important. You've got to be able to identify those role players who can complement what your team does.
Yeah, that was big-time production from the bench, especially on the offensive end. This is an amazing run he's on. It's like he's been the only guy on the floor this quarter.
Got a piece of it. Right wing. Bridges against Richardson. Outside Conley. 5 to shoot. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
Anything you can do, I can do better. We got a little gamesmanship going on.
I like this. It feels like it's getting a little personal out there. It could make it all the more interesting going down the stretch.
And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And the foul goes against Miami. The Hornets have shot 3 of 5 at the foul line.
Yeah, nice job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line.
Looking at who's out there now for the Hornets. Frank Kaminsky, he's checked in for Hernan Gomez. Jermichael Green comes in for Bridges. And Bacon subbed in for Jeremy Lamb. The Heat also changing it up. Adebayo is checked in for Hunter. Winslow comes in for Richardson. And it's Dragic in for Dennis Schroeder. Charlotte shooting it as well as you're going to see, 67%. AI passes to Adams. Can't hit the free throw line jumper. The Heat shooting 33% in the second quarter. The offense has looked crossed up and confused at times. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Nailed from three-point land. And that's now 10 points for Mike Conley.
So consistent when shooting from deep. You can't let Conley get into a rhythm from this area.
To the inside, and Adams with the slam.
And how sweet a play was that?
As sweet as it gets, an exquisite pass to set up the powerful alley-oop dunk. No one covering. That's 10 points for Goran Dragic. And so it's Charlotte, sitting at a lead of 40 points at the end of the quarter. Terrific play. From the field, they have been outstanding. Amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Really an incredible game from AI.
Yeah, and the fact he's posted a double-double with about half the game left to play, that's impressive.
Well, it comes down to talent, comes down to hustle. He's shown both in a big way so far.
And for Miami, look at who they've got out there. Wade and Richardson, the 2 wings. Then there's Dragic, and it's Adebayo in at the 5, roaming the paint. And Goran Dragic, a slippery lefty out of Slovenia.
At his peak, a phenomenal offensive player. He doesn't hit that peak every season, though. And now in his 30s, we'll see how long he can extend his prime.
Gets it to go. That one good from Adebayo.
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
AI left side. Here's Kidd-Gilchrist. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Dennis Schroeder's checked in for Miami. The Hornets have missed a few free throws up to this point, shooting 4 of 7 from the foul line tonight. Here's Adams. It falls for his 7th bucket of the contest. He's 7 for 9.
How's that for a start? Good on all 3 attempts so far in the second half.
And that's out of bounds. Miami will retain possession.
Man, you love the effort. Just getting the hand in there and knocking it out.
Well, some of that, too, is just setting the tone by being aggressive. You need guys like this on your team.
Now, here's Schroeder to the middle. That's tipped. It's stolen by Adams. Here's Kidd-Gilchrist. Another possession, another assist.
That makes 15 assists.
He's been one step ahead of the defense all game long. 90 seconds now into the second half. For Charlotte, they've gone 4 for 4 from the field since the halftime break. Terrific start to the third quarter. Here's AI, and another 3 for Charlotte.
Wow, 5 straight buckets coming out of half. They are rolling.
And so it's Schroeder with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Heat. Heat moving the ball around. He's now made half of those 10 shots in the game. That's his 5th basket.
I mean, like the kick out there, recognizing there's more room outside than inside.
Here's AI, and it's the Hornets, another 3.
The entire offense has revolved around him today, and that's been the perfect game plan.
The Heat have gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. Wade outside. Covered by Lamb. Kicks it out to Richardson. Just 4 to shoot. And it's Miami with another.
There's no lack of aggression on his part. When he's got the chance to score, he'll take it.
Down low, here's Kidd-Gilchrist. And another assist. Dishing it all over the place in this one.
He's tallying them up in bunches.
Nobody near Schroeder. Will not go. This is off the front iron. And here we go. Fast break, and AI's got it. Here's Lamb. He's off on that one. Excellent D from Wade. It's hauled in by Adams. Adams has got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. Here's Richardson. The shot's good on the assist by Wade. Richardson's got his 2nd basket of the game.
Oh, great awareness. No reason to take it inside there against the taller man.
But he created a little separation from that mid-range. Just a good shot for him in that situation.
And AI gets it to go.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
And for the Heat, they're shooting pretty well at 46% from the floor. Wade kicks to Adebayo. The dish to Schroeder. Lets it go from the wing. And there's another one for the Heat. And so here's Charlotte. Next up for them, the Bucks in Milwaukee. They've packed their bags for a long one, as that'll be the first of 7 straight on the road. To the inside, it's stolen by Schroeder. In transition, here comes Miami. Schroeder leading the charge. And it's denied.
Now, the length of Kidd-Gilchrist, that's what allows him to catch up with these shots. A sensational shot blocker from behind.
And slam dunk by Kidd-Gilchrist.
And how about the excellent court vision? Just keeping the defense off balance.
Well, if you're his teammate, you love this right now because all you have to do is focus on finishing.
Adams' shot is good. Adams has got 20 points.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Wade passes to Adebayo. Schroeder outside. Miami no good on that time either.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And he gets the bucket. Kid Gilchrist has got 13 points in the second half.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Schroeder finds Wade. That's tipped. Now here's Kid Gilchrist. 21 points in the game. Here's Lamb. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Lamb's got 8.
Such a good in-between game. Lamb with the natural instincts for mid-range, plus the pure touch on the shot.
And there's the foul. It'll go on AI. That's his 4th foul of the contest.
4th foul of the game for him. He's starting to get into that danger zone.
Charlotte making some changes. Biyombo is checked in for Adams. Hernangomez comes in for Bridges. And Parker subbed in for Lamb. And then for Miami, Justice Winslow, he's checked in for Josh Richardson, and it's Tyler Johnson in for Dennis Schroeder. Here's AI after the made shot from Dwayne Wade. Great positioning on the putback.
Oh, what terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Greg, he's ferocious when the ball goes up. Johnson outside. Wade outside. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
Charlotte ball.
This break in the action gives us a chance to show you the NBA's current fast break specialists. The Hornets #1.
And that's a fun category. Most fans love that kind of up-tempo offense. And these guys are the best in the game playing that style.
Winslow against Kid Gilchrist. Biyombo kicks to Parker. Here's AI. He got it again. Sensational.
And just like that, he's tied the record for most 50-point games.
Greg, this is a record I never thought would be matched. Unbelievable season from him.
You look back at Wilt's 62 campaign and all the records it spawned, absolutely stunning to see the 50-point games record be matched.
Now, here's AI. After Dwayne Wade's miss, here's Kid Gilchrist. That one wide left. For Miami, they've gone 6 of 14 since halftime. A little cold from the field. Wade can't hit.
He hasn't been very precise at all this game.
Kid Gilchrist, the pass to AI. Back to Kid Gilchrist. Over Winslow. Rebound by the Heat. Adebayo's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. With some arc, and the bucket is good from Wade in deep. Wade's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And this is when Wade is at his best. He's an outstanding penetrator who gets to the bucket in no time.
Here's AI. Knocks down the 3 ball.
What's gotten into him today? This is getting ridiculous.
He'd have gone 7 for 16 in the second half from the field, shooting a bit under 50%. To the paint. Pass to Winslow. Chris, of current players who could eventually become coaches, who would you put in that category? There are a lot of brilliant guys that play this game, think the game through so well.
Chris Paul, Ariza, those guys come to mind for some reason to me. Klay Thompson,
yes,
he comes to mind. And I don't know if it's the personality that I see these guys in or if it's the way that they approach the game. But, yeah, those guys come to mind. I definitely can see them taking the game to another level once their playing days are in.
That's tipped. And here we go. Fast break, and AI's got it. And too long on the shot. And Miami shooting 39% from the floor since the half. Not really what they had in mind. Again, the miss by the Heat. Charlotte has gotten 12 of their points from long range in the third quarter, going 4 of 5 shooting. For the 3, and again, Charlotte with the triple.
And defensively, you have got to extend to their shooters. They have been on fire this half.
Yeah, they've been tremendous from beyond the arc. It's a shift from what they did in the first 2 quarters, though.
Wade gets the bucket.
But he's shown great patience tonight. I mean, he went through a scoreless first half, but didn't get down on himself. I mean, now he's got it going.
Now, here's AI. What an incredible scoring display he has put on tonight. Here's Kid Gilchrist. Hernangomez finds Kid Gilchrist. Count that one.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
Some changes for Charlotte. Green comes in for Biyombo, and Bacon subbed in for Tony Parker.
And in a short amount of time, Kidd-Gilchrist has established himself as one of the best perimeter defenders in the game. His long reach and tenacious athleticism really covers a lot of ground. Oh, it's a confidence shaker when you can't hit a wide open three like that.
No one near him. It's good. Kidd-Gilchrist has got 26 points.
And the confidence from Kidd-Gilchrist, absolutely no hesitation shooting off the pass.
Back to Conley. He dishes it to Winslow. Good ball movement here by Miami. No good from Dragic. They are enjoying the commanding lead.
And it really gives them the opportunity to give their starters a rest. Always critical when you get ready for that home stretch.
Here's Dragic. Michael Kidd-Gilchrist making his last shot. Dragic the pass to Adebayo. And there's a nice one-handed slam.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. Frank Kaminsky, he's checked in for Kidd-Gilchrist. Off the inbound pass. It's hauled in by the Heat. Hunter's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Inside, Adebayo, and a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
Such incredible hops for a center. Look, it allows him to hold his own against any other five in the league.
Here's AI, and good, he hits it again. That's 62 points, 62.
Amazing, a remarkable performance from him so far.
Here's Adebayo. He's got 15. Dishes it to Dragic. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline.
A scoreless quarter for him. I mean, you can see by his body language that he's getting discouraged.
AI outside. From deep. Yet another bucket. He's been absolutely ridiculous in this game.
You get the sense he just can't miss.
Conley kicks to Winslow. Back to Conley. Clock at 6. Passes it to Adebayo. That's in there. Conley with the assist. Adebayo's got 9 points here in the second half.
An underappreciated player in the pick and roll, an unpredictable player in the pick and roll. Conley, so terrific at keeping the defense guessing in these sets.
And so it's Charlotte with a huge lead at the break. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
But it's also called making it.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. Here's Bacon. Wade is covering. And once again, off the mark by Charlotte.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
We've got Bismack Biyombo. AI is out there with Parker. Then it's Kaminsky, and it's Bacon in at the 3. So that's the lineup for Charlotte.
Ray Spalding. Tyson Chandler.
Here's Schroeder. From out on the wing, he knocks it down. Schroeder's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And you can see there the defender gets caught up.
Good! Another from 3.
And guys, this is a historic shooting night for him. Tied for 3rd now, most threes in a game.
The points, GA, just keep piling up, and the threes keep dropping in. He is red hot from beyond the arc. Here's AI, and again for 3.
He is unstoppable here. Hits again from beyond the arc.
What a historic night for him. Shooting the ball, he now stands, GA, by himself for 3rd place in most threes all time. Parker with a clean look, and Charlotte again with the bucket.
And it's been about that execution offensively. I mean, they have been superb.
Yeah, and it's been a team game, a number of contributions. Guys staying focused. That's why the league continues to grow.
Schroeder outside. Can they get it? That doesn't go either for Schroeder.
Even though he's gone ice cold, he keeps shooting. I mean, it's late enough in the game for him to recognize there's some better options.
Miami's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. They get it back. Spalding comes up empty down low. Hornets have gone 7 of 16 from the field here in the fourth. That's about 43%. And the shot is good.
This is a different ball game without him scoring. He's been Mr. Reliable at the offensive end.
And for the Heat, they're shooting only 35% in the fourth quarter. The offense looking a little rickety. Chandler dishes to Schroeder. Looking to end his cold spell. That shot missing. Excellent D there from Parker. AI passes to Kaminsky. And the layup's good off the glass.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
On the wing, Johnson, covered by Parker. Spalding tips it back in.
And providing the score, boy, they needed. That stops a 12-0 run by Charlotte.
AI outside. Pro basketball is one of the few sports where awards are league-wide, C-Web, and not divided by conference. What if the NBA should consider giving out separate awards, for the East and the West?
Kev, I don't know about Eastern and Western Conference, but I do believe that there should be an offensive MVP. I do believe there should be a difference between MVP and maybe the best player in the league, because how do we define some of these things? So I do think we can tinker with some of the awards, but East and West, I'm not really sure with. I think it should always be about the best out of the total number of teams and conferences.
Good perspective. From deep. That one doesn't drop. Now the Heat take it the other way. To the inside, here's Johnson. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down.
Well, he caught him in stride with the lead pass. Now that was timing.
AI outside. Wide open, couldn't capitalize.
Oh, man, you can't get much better look from three-point range than that one. That just wasn't in rhythm.
Here's Richardson. And Bacon pulls it down. Bacon's got his 4th rebound in this one. Fires the 3, and that drops in from beyond the arc. 3-pointer from AI. AI's got 11 points in the quarter. Johnson surveying the floor. Chris, coach turnover happens a lot in the NBA. And there are some people that feel that, teams are too quick to make a change. What do you think?
Every situation is different. Sometimes it's obvious change is needed, but sometimes it feels more like desperation. Think about it. The best franchises typically have stability, and fans aren't stupid. They know when their team is just trying to throw a worm out there to catch and to see who they can get, or if they're using the past coach as a scapegoat, trying to redirect the emotions of the fans to direct them to cheer for their team further on. But a lot of times, I tell you this, though, coaches getting fired are because the players don't execute and follow through. A lot of times it's not the coach's fault, but usually they have to take the fall, and that's what being the leader is all about. And unfortunately for the coaches, there is quick turnover, but hopefully they can land back on their feet at a new place with another job, with a team that'll listen and let them set the culture.
Good insight. Just 5 on the clock. Spalding. And it's AI with the rebound. AI's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout. Big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for Charlotte.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And so checking out their season record, this game will become their 45th win.
They can chalk this one up, but these two teams will see plenty more of one another before the season's over.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for AI.
Well, it's easy to look at his scoring as the key to this win, but there's so much more to it than that. It's a triple-double. He got it done everywhere.
And that's a killer instinct on display as they try to put this one on ice.
Well, they've gotten serious, stringing together some game-winning buckets.
And the pass to Schroeder. He swipes the ball away again.
And you got to be careful around him.
You know, Greg, he's been coming up with some incredible steals so far.
I'll tell you what, the energy in this arena, you can feel it.
Well, a well-earned victory, feeding off the energy of this hometown crowd, really all night.
Chandler finds Schroeder. Goes up from the top of the key, and it's Miami with another.
And guys, you got to ask, where was this effort when it mattered? The game's over now.
Oh, yeah, this is a nice run here, but too little too late. And deep down, I think they know.
From deep, connects again from distance.
And this parade of threes has no end in sight. He just keeps knocking them down.
Oh, and that latest triple ties him for second for the most threes in a game. What a monster he's been from deep. He swipes the ball away again.
And he's just been able to anticipate their every move.
Yeah, you're right. An absolute pest on the defensive end. So no problem for Charlotte as they get the win. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a